Two ancient systems, different civilizations, different centuries, different languages, and somehow, the same map. The chakra system is one of the oldest frameworks for understanding the human interior. 7 energy centers from the base of the spine to the crown of the head, each governing a distinct domain of your lived experience. Stoic philosophy, developed in ancient Greece and Rome, mapped the same interior territory through a different language: virtue, reason, discipline, and the art of living well. Neither tradition knew the other. We are not claiming they did. What we are doing is locating each Stoic teaching at the chakra it speaks to most clearly, and finding, when we do, that the map illuminates both. 7 chakras, 7 Stoic principles, one system of becoming more fully yourself. We begin at the foundation. The root chakra governs your most basic sense of safety, the felt experience of being grounded in your own existence. When it is in alignment, there is a quiet steadiness beneath you that does not require perfect circumstances to hold. When it is not, the ground feels uncertain, and the mind reaches for guarantees, for control, for a stability the external world was never designed to provide. Epictetus named this precisely. Some things are up to us, and some things are not. Our judgments, our responses, our values, these are ours. Everything else, the body, reputation, the outcome of what we cannot govern, is not. We locate this teaching at the root because root dysregulation is almost always the experience of trying to control the uncontrollable. The anxiety is not evidence that something is wrong with you. It is evidence of exhaustion from holding what was never yours to carry. The Stoic path to root alignment is not certainty. It is the clear-eyed sorting of what is yours from what is not, and the discipline to put the second category down. The sacral chakra governs creativity, emotion, pleasure, and the natural current of life moving through you. When it is in alignment, there is a flow. Ideas arrive. Feelings move through rather than accumulating. Aliveness is accessible. When it is blocked, the current stalls. And often, what stalls it is resistance, the insistence that life should be arriving differently than it is. The Stoic practice we locate here is Amor Fati, the love of fate. Not passive acceptance, something more active than that. A willingness to meet what arrives, even what is difficult, even what was not chosen, as material to work with rather than a sentence to endure. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Love the things to which fate binds you." This is the Stoic answer to a blocked sacral. Not the elimination of difficulty, but a relationship to life in which nothing that arrives is treated as an obstacle to living. When the sacral flows freely, it is because you have stopped fighting the current and started moving with it. The solar plexus governs identity, worth, and the internal sense of who you are. When it is in alignment, there is a self that does not require external confirmation. A knowing that exists before the metrics, before the feedback, before the approval. When it is not, worth becomes something constructed from the outside in, built from recognition, achievement, status, things that are real, but that the Stoics would have identified immediately as preferred indifference. Things that are nice to have, but that cannot be the source of what you are. The Stoic thesis at this chakra is their most radical claim. Virtue is the only good. Not success, not reputation, not the outcome of your efforts. The quality of how you act, your integrity, your honesty, your care, is the only thing that constitutes a good life. This is the Stoic answer to solar plexus dysregulation. Your worth is not in what you produce. It is in how you show up. That is the internal ground that no external result can remove. The heart chakra governs love, connection, compassion, and our relationship to others and to ourselves. When it is in alignment, closeness does not require armor. Giving does not require keeping score. When it is not, connection becomes something managed, guarded, offered at a distance, where it feels safer but lands differently. The Stoic virtue we locate here is justice, dichotomy. Not justice as a legal concept, but justice as right relationship. The Stoics held that we are, by nature, social creatures, that our reason is not only for self-examination, but for right action toward others. To live justly is to treat others according to their worth as rational beings, to give what is owed, to act with fairness even when it is not returned. Heart alignment, through the Stoic lens, is not softness. It is the disciplined choice to remain open, to act justly toward others not because they have earned it, but because that is the kind of person you have decided to be. The heart that is open is not naive. It is clear-eyed, and it chooses anyway. The throat chakra governs expression, truth, and the experience of being heard. The full arc from what is felt internally to what is spoken externally. When it is in alignment, what is real inside can be expressed outside with honesty and without distortion. When it is not, there is a gap. Words get softened into something more acceptable. The true thing stays unsaid, and with it comes a persistent, quiet feeling of invisibility, of being present without being known. The Stoic virtue here is phronesis, practical wisdom. Not the wisdom of knowing many things, but the wisdom of knowing what to do, what to say, and when. Epictetus was direct about speech. Say only what is true, say it at the right time, and say only what needs to be said. This is the Stoic answer to a closed throat. Not speaking more, but speaking with more precision. The throat opens not through volume, but through the decision to let the true thing out rather than the convenient version of it. Wisdom knows the difference, and it speaks accordingly. The third eye chakra governs intuition, clarity, and the ability to see past the immediate surface of things, both into the world and into the self. When it is in alignment, there is a natural discernment, a sense of what is actually real versus what the mind has constructed around it. When it is not, perception becomes clouded, often by the stories we most want to be true, the ones that protect us from having to see clearly. Marcus Aurelius practiced what he called the view from above, a deliberate shift in perspective, pulling back from the immediate moment to see it from a wider vantage point. From higher up, the urgent becomes less urgent. The catastrophic becomes more proportionate. The noise that seemed overwhelming becomes, from a sufficient distance, just noise. We locate this practice at the third eye because third eye dysregulation is almost always a failure of perspective. The inability to see one's own situation clearly because the vantage point is too close, too inside the story. The view from above is not detachment. It is the clarity that comes when you are willing to see further than the fear will let you. We arrive at the crown. The crown chakra governs purpose, meaning, and the felt sense of connection to something larger than the individual self. When it is in alignment, there is a direction, not certainty about the future, but a deep orientation that does not require everything to be resolved. When it is not, there is a particular kind of emptiness that is difficult to name. Not depression exactly, more like movement without arrival, busyness without purpose, presence without being here. The Stoic principle we locate at the crown is their highest teaching. Live according to nature. Kata fusin. Not nature as weather or seasons, but nature as the rational principle that orders all things. The Stoics called it the Logos. Your participation in it is your purpose, the expression of your particular reason in your particular life, in whatever circumstances you have been given. Crown alignment, through the Stoic lens, is not finding your passion. It is the quieter, more durable work of aligning your actions with the values that constitute your deepest nature. Living in such a way that the life you are building reflects who you actually are, rather than who the world has decided you should be. The crown does not open through seeking. It opens through alignment, one honest action at a time. 7 chakras, 7 stations on the interior map, 7 Stoic principles, each one speaking directly to the work that lives there. The root asks you to release what was never yours to control. The sacral asks you to move with life rather than against it. The solar plexus asks you to locate your worth in how you show up. The heart asks you to practice right relationship, not because it is easy, but because it is who you have decided to be. The throat asks you to speak the true thing. The third eye asks you to see further than the fear. And the crown asks you to live in alignment with your deepest nature, one honest action at a time. These are not self-improvement techniques. They are a way of living. Sit with whichever one landed for you. You do not have to work through all 7 at once. The map is patient. It will be here when you are ready. If this resonated, the channel is here. We explore this slowly, no pressure.